Coppinger's going to take it right foot to Coppin. Oh! Doncaster Rovers have done it.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron John here for Forever Football DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel, and welcome to this transfer analysis. Woo! What a signing we've made today. Adam Clayton last played it for Birmingham City just a couple of months back. Wow, what a signing. You know, keep our feet on the ground just in case he gets injured again, but what a signing we've got, in my opinion. What a signing. So before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. Let's get straight into this. So, Adam Clayton, for those of you who need a little bit of information on the transfer, it's another 18-month deal, and I think Gary McSheffrey likes these 18-month deals. The reason why there's so many 18-month deals is because you have the 6 months to see if we survive or not, and then give them the 12 months in either League 1 or League 2, either way. And see what they do in those 12 months before thinking about extending the contract. So I think it's a really smart deal for Adam Clayton, especially as well. An 18-month deal for a guy who should be lower end Championship, you know, rather than bottom of League 1. It's a great coup for the club. And if the board's giving Gary McSheffrey the money to get an Adam Clayton, if Adam Clayton was one of the top targets and the board's giving him the money for that, you've got to, you know, people that slag off the board week after week, and I get why people are angry with the board, because you want to see players be attracted to the club, and especially in our situation where we don't feel like an attractive prospect at our situation. But but the flip side of that with this transfer, in our situation, to get someone like Adam Clayton on an 18-month deal with the money available, the significant funds available, you've got to give the board credit on this one. It was a great deal. You know, and I give the board my thanks for this deal, because I think the board have delivered on this one. Gary McSheffrey and Frank Sinclair and the board and the rest of the staff in recruitment, everyone at Doncaster Rovers has played a part in this deal, and every one of them gets it spot on this window. All our transfers, Jonathan Mitchell, I'm yet to see what he's about because he's not really played, but, you know, the rest of them, you know, I can't thank them enough for those deals. This has been a spot-on window so far, and we've only got a few days left. So, the 33-year-old has a wealth of experience under his belt, having spent the majority of his career playing in Sky Bet Championship. Having coming through the ranks at Man City, Clayton played more than 450 career games since his league debut on loan at Carlisle in 2009. He's been a consistent performer in the second tier with spells at Leeds United, Huddersfield, Middlesbrough and Birmingham. Don't forget, though, he was also in the Premier League just 5 years ago, so worth noting. The former England youth international becomes McSheffrey's 5th signing of the January transfer window. Now, McSheffrey has made some quotes on the signing of Clayton, saying it will be a big boost for the dressing room. He said he's got great experience from the teams he's been at least played at the top level. He brings a lot of character to the group. The big one we were looking for in this window is an experienced midfielder, and that's what we've managed to get. Timing is everything, and he's been patient since leaving Birmingham, waiting for the right move to come. He's turned down a couple of good options for one reason or another. After meeting him last week and chatting to him, we both got a good feeling about things. Of course, McSheffrey is pleased with the business he's done so far. He said he's got the characteristics we want in the dressing room. We had options, but Adam impressed me with his willingness to come and make an impact. That sounds pretty good. And you've got to believe Gary on that, because, you know, Ollie had that same kind of presence about him. Josh did, Kieran did, I'm sure Jonathan did as well. You know, nearly all these signings, if not all these signings, want to come in immediately and try and make an impact, and that's been the common theme: making an impact, hitting the ground running, and caring about the club. And that's what we ask for. We want players that care about the club, not just themselves. So for us to get someone that cares about the club as well as themselves, couldn't wish for anything more than that. He said if he hits targets in terms of games, then his contract rolls on for an extra year, and that is the same as Ollie Younger. We're planning for the longer term and giving players incentives to earn a longer deal with the club. We're seeing the bigger picture, and we've shrewd with who we've brought into the group. And you've got to feel proud about who you've brought into the group, because you've brought in some decent talent, and it's paying off so far. Now, we've got Adam Clayton's official statement. He said, I got the call from the manager and he asked if I'd like to come down. Once I'd done that, I wanted to get something sorted. Hopefully I can bring that experience I've had throughout my career to the team to help the lads around me. I learned a lot from experienced players when I was a young lad and keep in touch with them now so I know how much of an influence you can have. Now, talks were already in place prior to the MK Dons game. He admitted he was kicking every ball from home and cheering his new teammates onto 3 points. He added, I watched the MK Dons game with the talks going on in the background, and I already had the nerves in my stomach with 5 minutes to go, hoping the lads held on. My partner was texting me and she was desperate for the final whistle to go as well, and I've missed having that care and love for the team I'm playing for. We want to achieve a lot here. Doncaster as a football club fits everything I believe in, and the aim while I'm here is to help the club build again. You know, obviously you got to back your talk with action, but if that's the talk, I hope the action's just as good as the talk, because the talk sounds ecstatic. Someone like Adam Clayton is someone who I want to see at this football club a lot more. And I think someone from the Yorkshire Post said it, or someone from a news source said it. I think the biggest weight of shoulders has just been dropped off Tommy Rowe now, because he's not having to develop all the experience onto the younger talent. He's sharing it about now with Kieran. We're already sharing it with Tom and John. But in terms of fit players, in terms of players that are fit and ready to play, people like Kieran, people like Adam now, and Tommy, and there isn't really many others. Joe, is another one. Omar Bogle, again, is another one. So there's only 5 or 6 that, can share that experience at the moment. John Bostock, when he comes back, will make it 7. Fajiri and John, when they come back at some point, makes it 9. So we could get into double digits by the end of the season. But, to have that sort of dozen players, or half a dozen players, start sharing about their experience now, instead of leaping it all onto one person's shoulders or 2 people's shoulders, just Tommy and Adam. It's such a breath of fresh air. And to have someone like Adam Clayton, who's been in the Premier League a few years back, who's played at that higher level, knows what it takes to be the best of the best and play against the best of the best and prove that you are the best of the best. Again, I think it's another... And to be fair, it's an 18-month deal. Adam Clayton does not work in League 2 for me. Adam Clayton is not a League 2 player. I think, Ollie Younger for me is longer term. I think he would have stayed with the club anyway in League 2. I think Adam will stay in League 2, to be fair, if we go down. But Ollie for me was longer term. We were always building with him. Same with, I think Kieran Agar was just experience, so I think he'll be all right if we went down to League 2. Jonathan Mitchell, again, adds cover in League 2. Josh Martin will go back to Norwich. But for me, Adam Clayton does not... For me, on paper, I don't see him as a League 2 player. I see him as a League 1 player. So I think this is the first... no disrespect to the rest of the signings, but I think this is the first signing where it's like... I really don't see them being League 2 players. I see this person being a League 1 player, and that's the bare minimum. So, for me, it's a great coup for the club, especially with where he came from with Birmingham. Birmingham off the field are in a lot of trouble now. I stand with the Birmingham fans, owners out. Not our owners, their owners. Owners out of Birmingham, get them out. And, for me, Adam fabricates the passion for Doncaster Rovers Football Club, and I hope he keeps showing that week in, week out. So there we are, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this transfer analysis. Make sure you do like, go and subscribe, click notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, guys, I'm Aaron Chandler from Pro Football DRFC. Keep living the Rovers life, and that, my friends, full-time. Rovers side die. Thank you very much. Adam Clayton, welcome to the club. Come on, Rovers. What a signing. By the way, special birthday shout-out to Jack. Shout-out to you.